The moment Alan Osmond drew his last breath at the age of 76 was not only a farewell, but also sent shockwaves with those haunting sentences full of mystery that left the public stunned. Behind the glory of the legendary music group, fans not only remember a talent, but also feel drawn to what he whispered as the door of life slowly closed. Was that an unfinished will, or a message about a sacred reunion? The close bond between him and his younger brothers like Donnie and Merrill did not stop at the stage, but clearly appeared in their choked tributes. Let us go back in time together, uncovering the secrets behind the final moments of the great eldest brother right below.
We're side by side.
Given to us for a purpose, and when you get a gift, it's expected that you use it properly.
Confirmed information shows that this veteran musician drew his last breath at around 8:30 p.m. on April 20th, 2026. He passed away at his private residence in Lehi, Utah. This location was the final space that closed the life of a man who had spent most of his career time attached to stages and recording studios around the world. In the final hours of his life, the family remained constantly by his side. His wife, Suzanne Osmond, maintained a steadfast presence next to her husband. Moreover, all 8 of his sons were also present to support and comfort him, ensuring that he received devoted care in these difficult transitional moments. The health journey of this musician was very complicated, especially the long battle with multiple sclerosis, MS. Since he was diagnosed in 1987 when he was only 38 years old, he had faced the reality of a progressive disease that demanded significant changes in his lifestyle. Even so, he never allowed the illness to determine the course of his life. For nearly 4 decades, Alan Osmond had adapted to the physical limitations caused by the disease. The later years forced him to use a wheelchair, but his commitment to family and creative projects hardly diminished. He still handled daily tasks with a resilience that made those around him admire. His health condition required intensive medical intervention in the weeks before his death. He spent about 1 week in the intensive care unit, where doctors closely monitored the weakening of his body. This hospitalization phase showed the severity of the complications he faced. After the hospital treatment period, the family decided to bring him home to receive palliative care. This decision allowed him to spend the final 4 days of his life in a familiar and comfortable environment. The medical team focused on pain relief, ensuring he had peace in the final difficult stage. His final conversations with family members have drawn special attention. Fans and the public described these moments as extremely profound, even haunting, because of their mysterious nature and forward-looking quality in his message. These interactions highlighted his enduring faith and intense family bond. 2 days before his passing, he had an emotional dialogue with his younger brother, Merrill Osmond. Even while enduring severe respiratory distress, Alan Osmond still tried to show a slight smile when his brother tried to ease the atmosphere with humor. This small gesture reflected the strong bond they had shared throughout life. In this private exchange, he leaned close and whispered a specific plea to Merrill Osmond. He recalled their shared history, including their collaborative efforts in production and direction. He urged his brother to return and spread the profound message behind the plan, a concept they had once passionately built together with Wayne Osmond. He also shared an important moment with his younger sister, Marie Osmond. His words in this interaction focused on spiritual expectations about the future. He expressed his eagerness to reunite with his brother, Wayne Osmond, who had passed away, foreseeing a new chapter beyond the pain and difficulties of the present. In this conversation, he expressed his desire to continue missionary work together with his brother in the afterlife. He spoke about sharing faith with those who had never had the opportunity to listen, thereby shaping death not as an ending, but as a transition to a new mission full of meaning. Facing severe health challenges, Alan Osmond still maintained a remarkably steadfast spirit. He frequently repeated his viewpoint: "I may have MS, but MS does not have me." This motto became the foundation of his identity, showing his refusal to let himself be diminished or overshadowed by the chronic disease. Preparations for the funeral have been detailed by the family, so the public can come to bid farewell. The public viewing is scheduled for May 1st, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The next viewing will continue on the morning of May 2nd, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The main funeral service will begin at 12 noon on May 2nd, 2026. The ceremony will be held at Orem Suncrest Stake Center, located at 95 North 600 West, Orem, Utah. For those unable to attend in person, the family has arranged for the program to be live-streamed. After the funeral concludes, the family will proceed with the burial ceremony. This interment service is reserved exclusively for family members, prioritizing privacy during the mourning period. This arrangement ensures that the closest loved ones can experience the final farewell moments in true peace and privacy. As the family prepares to lay him to rest in his final resting place, the tributes from those closest to him have provided deeper insight into the legacy he left behind. The sentiments shared by his younger brothers have illuminated the strong influence he had on their lives, explaining why he was always a key figure in their hearts. Chapter tributes him. Donny Osmond expressed his boundless grief through emotional shares on the online platform. He posted a black and white photo from childhood in which his eldest brother was wrapping his arms around him. This image quickly brought back memories of the strong bond that had lasted for many decades. In the memorial post, Donny Osmond affirmed that Alan Osmond was the protector, the guide, and the talented leader of the whole family. He emphasized that he owed this older brother more than words could describe, while sending sincere thanks for his constant presence. Donny Osmond highlighted the quiet sacrifices of his eldest brother in creating opportunities for his younger siblings to shine on stage. By stepping back from the spotlight, he had helped himself and his siblings achieve successful careers. He affirmed that the love for his late brother would always remain forever. Merrill Osmond also shared deeply moving private memories about the final days of his elder brother. Even though Alan Osmond's health condition at that time was very weak, he still tried to show a gentle smile even as breathing became extremely difficult. This moment left a profound impression. Merrill Osmond pledged to fulfill his elder brother's wish regarding the album The Plan, which was released in the 1970s. Alan Osmond had once expressed his desire for people to understand more clearly the message hidden within this work. This was considered an important mission he wanted to leave behind. Merrill Osmond called his eldest brother a true saint in everyday life. He told fans not to grieve over this passing, but instead to feel joy, because Alan Osmond had now been freed from all physical pain and had returned to his eternal resting place. Marie Osmond also contributed her touching words of tribute, highlighting her elder brother's diverse creative talents. She mentioned Alan Osmond's ability to write music, produce, and his sharp artistic vision. These contributions had helped shape the distinctive performance style of the famous music group. Alan Osmond's missionary spirit was also recognized by Marie Osmond as a core part of his character. She shared the happiness of knowing that her elder brother had now reunited with Wayne Osmond, who had passed away in early 2025 after a long journey dedicated to art. The Osmond family has long been known for their healthy lifestyle and for maintaining a clean image in front of the public. Alan Osmond played an important role in preserving this moral standard. The family's unity is the clearest evidence of the bonding effort he had steadily nurtured every day. Throughout his life, Alan Osmond always worked to keep the family away from unnecessary disputes or scandals. His loved ones said he always valued harmony and kindness more than any fleeting glory. This philosophy of life had helped the family stand firm through every storm. Donny Osmond and his siblings all acknowledged that the guidance of their eldest brother had helped shape who they are. They not only learned musical skills, but also learned how to behave and treat others. The spiritual legacy Alan Osmond left behind far exceeds the scope of hit songs. From the warm tributes of Donny Osmond, Merrill Osmond, and Marie Osmond, we clearly see that the influence of the eldest brother was not limited to music alone, but also served as a solid spiritual pillar, the place where he built and preserved the family foundation for more than half a century. A solid foundation. Suzanne Pinnegar Osmond played the role of the strongest support in Alan Osmond's life. The couple got married at Provo Temple, marking the milestone that began a marital journey lasting more than half a century. Their relationship stood as a symbol of devoted and enduring companionship. When they first met, Suzanne Pinnegar Osmond was an energetic cheerleader at Brigham Young University. Her youthful spirit and enthusiasm immediately attracted Alan Osmond from the very first glance. Their relationship was based not only on love, but also on deep mutual understanding. Throughout more than 51 years of marriage, Suzanne Pinnegar Osmond became an indispensable spiritual pillar. She constantly stood by his side, cared for him, and supported her husband through the harsh challenges of illness. Her patience received high praise from both family and fans. Alan Osmond and Suzanne Pinnegar. Osmond built a large family together with 8 sons. The list of their sons includes Michael Osmond, Nathan Osmond, Douglas Osmond, David Osmond, Scott Osmond, Jonathan Osmond, Alexander Osmond, and Tyler Osmond. Each son inherited their father's passion for the arts. David Osmond, also known as Levi Osmond, is one of the sons who has received considerable attention. He once faced multiple sclerosis, just like his father, and participated in the American Idol competition. David Osmond's resilience clearly reflected the family's values. Alan Osmond's family has now grown to include about 30 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. This large extended family has always maintained close connections through family gatherings and mutual care. This was the greatest achievement that he cherished deeply in his life. Alan Osmond was the eldest brother in a family of 9 siblings. His parents were George Osmond and Olive Osmond. The famous siblings included Wayne Osmond, Merrill Osmond, Jay Osmond, Donny Osmond, Marie Osmond, and Jimmy Osmond. Together they created a resounding music empire. Within the family, 2 brothers, Merrill Osmond and Tom Osmond, were born with hearing impairments. Even though they faced difficulties with hearing, they still received love and special attention from the other family members. Alan Osmond always showed special care and protection toward these brothers. From a young age, Alan Osmond was called by his younger siblings with names such as Number 1 or the Protector. This role shaped his leadership style throughout his career. He always placed the interests of the family and his siblings above his own personal desires and ambitions. Alan Osmond's quiet sacrifices were the key factor that helped his siblings achieve tremendous success. He often chose to stand behind the scenes to support, guide, and ensure everything went smoothly. That generosity strengthened the brotherly bond within the large family even more. The core values of the Osmond family stemmed from a deep Mormon faith. They highly valued honesty, hard work, and love among family members. These principles were applied not only in their work, but also served as a guiding compass for Alan Osmond's daily family life. The Osmond family is famous for its clean image and has remained completely free from scandals or controversies commonly seen in the entertainment industry. Alan Osmond played an important role in preserving this reputation. He was always strict in maintaining moral standards and proper behavior for everyone. With a solid family foundation and leadership mindset trained from a young age, Alan Osmond gradually guided his siblings into the 1970s, the period when he officially took on the role of the quiet, creative heart behind all the brilliant successes that followed. Artistic legacy. Alan Osmond's music career began to take shape as a member of the barbershop quartet group with his brothers. Their first performances on The Andy Williams Show laid an important foundation for the family's later fame. He played a central role in shaping the group's distinctive style. Alan Osmond did not limit himself to the role of a singer, but also served as the artistic director of the group. He was skilled at playing guitar and piano, and he took direct part in the songwriting and arrangement process. His sharp musical thinking helped him create unique and highly captivating arrangements. His creativity was clearly shown through co-writing iconic songs such as Crazy Horses, a work that carried a powerful environmental message. Major hits like One Bad Apple rose to the top position on the Billboard charts, affirming his status as a leading artist. The concept album The Plan, released in the early 1970s, marked a significant step forward in Alan Osmond's career. This was a project that expressed his deep passion and musical vision, where he and his brothers conveyed philosophical messages through artistic sound and lyrics. Becoming a global teen idol was the natural result of Alan Osmond's tireless efforts. The group continuously dominated the charts and performed a series of sold-out world tours. This success created an unprecedented wave of fervent fans. Besides performing, he also left his mark in organization and production. Stadium of Fire, a large-scale Independence Day celebration in Utah, was one of the notable organizational achievements he co-founded. The event quickly became an important annual cultural highlight. Alan Osmond's behind-the-scenes work also included his role as producer for The Donnie and Marie Show. He was directly involved in directing music video production and establishing visual standards for broadcast programs. His vision helped maintain the lasting appeal of the family brand. Alan Osmond's health began to decline significantly after he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. This chronic illness directly affected his ability to perform and move. He continued to make creative efforts from behind the scenes with admirable perseverance. After saying goodbye to the stage lights, he turned toward inspirational speaking activities. Alan Osmond's sharing about his battle with illness brought faith and hope to the multiple sclerosis patient community. He became a symbol of resilience and a positive attitude toward life. His autobiography, One Way Ticket, published in 2024, recorded his entire life journey full of ups and downs. The book provided an honest look at the difficulties, achievements, and faith that helped him stand firm. It is a valuable document for fans to understand more about the man he was. The title of the Quiet Captain has always been associated with Alan Osmond's role throughout his career. He always prioritized the success of the collective and the family rather than seeking personal fame. His artistic legacy lies not only in the songs, but also in the way he guided his siblings. Faith in Jesus Christ played a central role in Alan Osmond's thinking and lifestyle. He always emphasized the importance of family and traditional values in every decision. The balance between stage glory and everyday life is a great lesson he left behind. Alan Osmond's net worth was estimated to range from $2 to $6 million. The main sources of income came primarily from royalties of hit songs and the Osmond family's sustained music production projects. This wealth reflected the economic success from their musical achievements. Besides his passion for music, he once served in the military with the California Army National Guard. Military discipline, along with learning martial arts from Chuck Norris, forged Alan Osmond with a steel will. These skills greatly supported him in facing adversity. Alan Osmond's personal life once recorded a notable moment with his short dating period with Karen Carpenter. This brief relationship attracted media attention at the time. Although it did not lead to a long-term outcome, it remained part of his personal life history. The fans' frenzy for the music group once caused a blockage at Heathrow Airport in 1973. This event proved the tremendous international influence of the Osmonds. Alan Osmond always remembered that moment as a memorable milestone in his illustrious career. Alan Osmond's passing closed a glorious chapter in music history, but the legacy of a devoted eldest brother, a talented artist, and a symbol of strength in overcoming adversity will live on forever. Even though he is no longer present, the love and humanistic values he left behind remain an endless source of inspiration for his family and fans around the world. If you appreciate Alan Osmond's contributions, please subscribe to the channel today so you do not miss the latest news about music legends. Hit like, share, and leave a meaningful tribute comment below.